Hello there. Welcome to the Third and 10 podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen. Before we start the show and talk about our usual topics of the day or of the episode, I should say, I do want to start with a important note, and Brian will be joining us shortly as well. Mental health is quite important, and it is important to check on others, and is important to what you say to others as well, especially on social media. And the reason I say this is because a young NFL prospect, a son to two parents, passed away at the age of 24 from suicide. Former LSU wide receiver Kyren Lacy unfortunately died this past weekend from a self-inflicted gun wound. Police responded to a family member's call when Lacy discharged a firearm into the ground during a verbal argument on Saturday. When police arrived, he left the scene, but their pursuit of him ended when he crashed and died from that gun wound. Mr. Lacy was facing criminal charges from a crash he was accused of causing that killed a 78-year-old back in December of last year. And on Monday, a grand jury was to be hearing evidence from his case, and he was supposed to be there. Well, that is until he passed away. His attorney mentioned how he was very confident the evidence, after being collected and reviewed, would be leading to a declination of charges, and that they would be demanding a full and transparent review of how this investigation was conducted and why. But most importantly, his parents urged others to check on their children's mental health from an early age, because mental health is such a big thing these days. The point being is, please, please, please watch what you say to others and check on your friends, because honestly, the amount of things I saw on Lacy's social media throughout the weeks and months since his accusation have been very negative. A lot of people saying things about him, saying, "Oh, you're going to be the next great receiver at Prison University." It's not funny. That's why they always say you're innocent until proven guilty. And the key word in all of this is that he was accused of this crash. We don't know if he was the true suspect or something else. We really don't know. And granted, I don't know everything about the situation, but I do know this. The things that people say have an effect on people's lives. And we don't know what Lacy's mental health was like. We don't know what he's thinking before he passed away. So at the end of the day, when your parents call to check on you, always respond. Your friends, when they hit you up, hit them back up too. Matter of fact, check on them too sometimes. Because we don't know what they're going through, and they care about us as much as we care about them too. This young man had a bright future ahead of him. A lot of people expected him to be one of the next great receivers coming from LSU. But more importantly, he was a son, a great friend, and a good person to a lot of people. Mental health is a serious matter in this world. We can't take this stuff lightly. We really can't. So please always make sure to check on the ones you love and take the time to respond to others who reach back to you. And yeah, that is my Taste of Nate segment to start the show. And we can finally get started with our regularly scheduled program for Tuesdays, April 15th, 2025's episode of the Third and 10 podcast. As always, I'm joined by my host, Brian Germanaro. Brian, happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're well. And my apologies for starting this show on a kind of a sad note, but I just wanted
No,
to
it's an
bring that
important
up.
note, though. It had to be said. Had
Yes.
definitely be said, especially in the world of social media. A lot of young kids, first experience with it. You have to let them know this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
of course.
it sucks to talk about, but it's stuff we have to talk about. Sometimes you have to have the unfortunate conversation to make things better.
Yeah. Mental Health Month doesn't really start till next month, but it doesn't matter. Right, every day it's important to just check on others and make sure they're doing okay, because only they only are the only person that knows about their own mental health and what they're going through is ourselves. We don't know what other people feel like, so it's important to just watch what we say, man, and check on people. Because honestly, dude, the amount of things I saw with Lacy social media and like all of a sudden I feel like people, whatever, like no, like you were literally saying stuff about him like months ago when he was accused of this. So it was just outright ridiculous. And
Yeah.
24 years old, man, that's young, man. Literally, the draft
Literally,
is
that's literally the age I'm turning this year. So
it's crazy, dude. Like he was literally supposed to be on an NFL team literally in less than a week, less than 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he won't get to live out his
So the
NFL
best moment of his
dreams.
life, in 2 weeks. Not even, like 10 days.
Yeah. So as you learn more about the case and the results of what is to occur from this in the future, we'll look into and go from there. But importantly, like I said, check on others, and whenever people want to check on you, always make sure you respond, because people care about it. Believe it or not, people do care about you guys out there. Parents,
Always
family, exactly, friends, whoever it may be. Just know people care. So otherwise, happy Tuesday. Like I said to y'all, we got a good episode for you guys today. We have what are we talking about? The NBA playoff picture. I know we haven't talked too much NBA this season, but the playoffs begin today, technically, with the play-in tournament. We also will discuss our
who's playing the play. What's the play-in tournament today? I swear to God, this is the game I'm thinking of.
Today the play-in picture consists of the Warriors and Grizzlies today, and the Magic and the Hawks tonight.
I mean, the Magic and Hawks sucks at 7:30.
That's gonna be tough.
Warriors Grizzlies could be good.
Could be good.
Could be good.
That is the key. It's could be.
Yeah. See, games like Magic. I mean, the entire Eastern play-in tournament is the entire reason why the whole play-in tournament thing is stupid. All right, none of those 4 teams deserve a playoff spot.
Not at all.
No.
But hey, it's. I will say.
I had to pull it up. My buddy sent me the other day.
Yeah.
I think it was like TNT or someone like that hyping up. They're hyping up the Bulls Heat matchup on, I guess, tomorrow. So they go, the Bulls will face off against the Heat in the play-in, and it's 3 popcorn bucket emojis. Someone retweets and goes, "Put those popcorn emojis away, man." And the next tweet is, "The stoppable force versus the movable object."
Oh my. Like, I get it.
You know what? They're not wrong, because that matchup sucks.
I get the promotion, but it's like the East is the reason why the NBA playoffs are not that entertaining to start.
The East hasn't been good since LeBron was in the East. In like 2003 was the last time the East was entertaining.
I feel like there just needs to be like a standard for this. Like, the play-in is great when you have teams like the Warriors and the Grizzlies like trying to battle it out for a playoff spot. And I guess the Mavs and Kings aren't as bad, but it's still bad, but not as bad.
The Mavs? We're really gonna put the Mavs in the play-in tournament?
I mean, there could be a case made.
The Mavs do not deserve a playoff spot.
No.
At all. Neither do the Kings.
No. Which, by the way, Nico Harrison is having a open press conference.
Nico Harris might need to leave the country.
He might need to change his name or something, dude, because ain't no way.
He might be the first GM of the Shanghai Sharks.
Dude, he is. Look, I'm grateful because the guy that he traded.
No, you should be, because you took advantage of him.
Hey, man, if he wants to be a dummy and give us arguably the best player in the league, I will take it. And
I do not disagree. If you're a Laker fan and you think that he should still be the GM of the Mavs, I completely understand why. Because if the Mavs, accidentally back into another superstar, he'll probably send you to him too.
He probably turn away to us. Let's trade him away to us. For some all defensive player who
Yeah,
is injury
the
riddled
Lakers
and go from there. No, but that was just the 10th seed, I believe. Yeah, they barely got in. Shout out to Anthony Davis for literally willing them into it after being like the 11th, 12th seed before he came back. So I think Kyrie's still out. So Sacramento should be able to take care of him easily unless Davis puts up a monster game, which, by the way, we'll actually show the bracket for you guys right now for those watching on YouTube. That way, we can look at the matchups and see which one, in our opinion, stands out the most as we will discuss our NBA playoff picture right now. We'll discuss also later on in the show our NFL draft cornerback and safety rankings before our first official mock draft of the season where we do all 32 picks of round one and give our predictions as to which team picked who and why. And then we'll end the show with the Flushing Faithful as someone's team. Whatever. Someone's team took care of another person's team this past weekend.
My team took care of his team, and he's bitter about it.
Yeah.
It's all right. You're not the only bitter. You're not the only bitter baseball fan I have to deal with in this company.
Hey, I'm a respectfully bitter.
You are. At least you're respectful. You're not just tweeting out random. You're not tweeting out like Met fans don't have anything to say to Yankee fans. We won a World Series 2009. You've won since '86. All right, bud. Shut up. No one cares.
I get bitter for about like 24 hours, and then I realize, you know what? We suck anyway. We weren't supposed to win on Saturday.
Neither you suck anyway. Like, this guy can't move past the fact that, hey, you lost a great player, but you're still a good team. No, he's still, whining like a little baby. Hey, if he wants to whine all year, that's fine. I'll call him out. I'll be the adult. I'll call him out on it. And when his stupid tweets and stupid, takes show how bad they are, I'll sit there and just remind him, hey, remember when you said this? You look like an idiot now.
I love the rivalry that you guys have with
it's one-sided.
It is. It's quite, yeah. And then we'll end the show with our post-game stuff, including some notable WNBAs as the draft was yesterday. So we'll get into that a little bit later on the show as well. So, but first, our NBA playoff picture segment. So the West looks like this: OKC, then the number 1 seed. The Rockets are the number 2 seed. The Lakers at 3. Nuggets at 4. Clippers at 5. Timberwolves at 6. And then the 7 and 8 seeds will be determined depending on the play-in game. So the winner of the 7th and 8th seed game, as you guys know, advances to be the 7th seed. The loser will face the winner of the 9th and 10th matchup in the next play-in game. So for the West, we have the Warriors and Grizzlies at 7 and 8, followed by the Kings and Mavs at 9 and 10. And then the East, we got the Magic and Hawks at 7 and 8, and the Bulls and Heat in the 9 and 10 spot. I think it's pretty simple. I think Golden State takes care of Memphis to take on Houston in the next round.
Yep.
The Kings and Mavs.
I think the Kings have a slight advantage.
A little bit. I think AD does have the ability to power through and deliver a dominant game to put the Mavs in the next winner takes all game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he is taking on Domantas Sabonis, who has, as watching as a Lakers fan, Sabonis has given Davis quite some issues in the recent past. So that's going to be tough. I probably will pick Sacramento though. And in terms of Memphis and Sac,
give me Memphis.
Oh yeah, give me Sacramento. I feel like Sacramento squeaks it out. Either way, the team's gonna get whoever advances is gonna get.
I mean, come on, they're going to get gentlemen's swept by the Thunder.
Yeah, no question about it. Plus, we're talking 2 teams in the Kings and Grizzlies that fired their head coach.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, Mike Brown, that was an interesting one for the Sacramento, I felt like, because everything seemed well over there, and he literally led them to a playoff spot like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then Memphis, I should say. Memphis is when they fired Taylor Jenkins, that was a shocker to say the least. No, yeah, no, wait, did they fire their head coach? Memphis?
Memphis, yeah.
They did, right?
Yeah. Memphis was
Taylor
the first
Jenkins.
surprise
Taylor
firing.
Jenkins. Yes, it was
Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins.
Memphis was the first
Yeah.
surprise firing, and then Colorado said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, the Nuggets, right? Yeah, they with Mike Malone. So yeah, as you can tell, folks, I guess I've been following more NBA a little bit. Let's be honest,
Oh
because
yeah,
of
no,
my
you definitely
Lakers.
have. I'm more with the hockey.
There you go. But yeah, so I mean, either way, whether it's Sacramento or Memphis, OKC's going to have a ball with them in the first round. In terms of the East, I think both Atlanta and Orlando survive, regardless of who loses tonight.
Oh my God! Yeah, this game means absolutely nothing. If you're watching the East playing games, like, go watch a movie or something.
Yeah, it really does.
Go watch something else.
Yeah, it really does not matter. Like if Orlando advances tonight, or
the only reason you should watch this game is if you're a fan of either team or a gambler. If you're not one of those two things, do not put this game on.
You might as well save your energy and do other things. Let's just keep it simple like
Watch Severance. That's great on Apple Plus.
I don't know what that is. People talk about it.
It's great. Great. It's got Adam Scott in it. Great show. Game of Thrones, Paradise. One of those three. Watch them. All great shows.
Okay. In terms of the other matchups that exist here in both the West and the East, is there anything that stands out to you? Any matchups that you're looking forward to watching at least during this playoff run?
I'm interested to see Pacers Bucks. A lot of the media is giving like the Pacers like this series. Are we just forgetting that like the Bucks have Giannis? Giannis can take over a series all by himself.
Yeah. Also, the Pacers are a gritty team. Halliburton has been solid all year long. Siakam has been quietly one of the best number one options out there in the NBA, I would say. They have a young team, man. Nesmith, Miles Turner is a solid center as well. I think with Milwaukee is, they obviously look different from what they used to be. Not sure what the health status of Damian Lillard looks like at this point in time. I mean, Chris Middleton was traded midseason for Kyle Kuzma, and he's been an okay fit, I would say.
He's returning.
He is returning. Okay, that is fantastic for them. That's a big return, big welcome back that the Bucks could use, to say the least, because Dame, when healthy, is obviously one of the best point guards out there and one of the best shooters in the world, outside of Stephen Curry. And then with Milwaukee too, even with Lillard's absence so far in the regular season, guys like Kevin Porter Jr. have stepped up in a big way. Ryan Rollins has stepped up as well. So we'll see what happens. I honestly, if I had to choose for that series, I would. It's gonna be tough. Pacers are always a great team. They're not. It's not gonna be a short series.
6 or 7 games, but I think the Bucks just edge it out.
Yeah,
just a little.
Okay. Yeah, another matchup for me that stands out would be Detroit and the Knicks.
Yes,
that's
the other one I was going to talk about.
That's a good one.
It feels like a 90s, like a late 90s matchup.
Yes.
2 grit teams. Oh,
it's going to be fun, dude. It's going to be super fun. Knicks healthy, ready to go. Yep. But they're a team that let's be honest, man. Tom Thibodeau will play his starters literally the whole game if he has to. He's done it before multiple times. He does not care about playing time when it comes.
He'll do it against like the Mavs or the Sixers. It's like, dude, stop. This is where we should be resting our guys.
Yeah, we're up by 40. It doesn't matter.
We gotta be up by 60. Okay, I hate Philadelphia as much as the next guy. Maybe ease up a little bit.
Just a little bit. So we'll see if the fatigue of playing too much in the regular season has an effect on these Knicks, who will take on a very, very, very gritty Pistons teams who will not back down to anybody. Keith Cunningham has been such a improved. He's not going to win most improved player. He better not, because it doesn't go to people like that that are number one picks. But he has improved quite significantly compared to his previous season so far in the NBA. They have a young core over there, and they have shooting with whether it's with Malik Beasley or just guys like Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart holding it down there in the post on offense and defense. Like, it's a gritty team. The Knicks are good. I think obviously with Cat, it makes them a force to be reckoned with in the East if everything goes to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I don't
those
know. This is a Knicks
Pistons.
team that's struggled all regular season against playoff teams. I know it's
That's
regular
the thing.
season, but that's concerning.
Because if you can't beat those teams in the regular season, what makes you think they'll somehow flip the switch in the postseason? So that's something that will be definitely monitored there. And then for me, of course, the big matchup is the Lakers and Timberwolves. Look, Luka has taken care of the Wolves in the past, man. He's been a thorn on their side. And so far this regular season, Anthony Edwards has been limited to just 19 points per game against the Lakers in 4 games so far this season. So the big question is, will that continue, or will Anthony Edwards step it up? Edwards, I look, he's good, man, but he is such an inconsistent player from an offensive standpoint. And can everyone outside of him step up? Can Julius Randle step up? I mean, if anything, this is the series for him to do so, because the Lakers are, quote unquote, they're a small lineup. Our biggest player, we have like maybe 1 or 2 guys that are big at center, and that's Jackson Hayes at 7 foot and Alex Len. But Len is unplayable, so he doesn't even count. So look, Gobert's going to have some trouble against us for sure, but can Julius Randle step up for the Wolves? We'll see. I don't think so. I may be a little biased, but let's be honest. I think the Lakers should be able to take care of the Wolves quite easily.
Should be, yeah.
So
for me, it's the Lakers and Thunder on a collision course for me in the West. That's really how I see it.
Yeah. So barring some major upset, that's going to be what the West matchups, look like. So I guess we could do we'll do some quick predictions. So whoever plays OKC, doesn't matter. I'm going to say OKC in 5.
Yeah, I'll give. You know what? Screw it. OKC in 4. I want to give them respect. OKC in 4.
Okay.
They'll sweep.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. In terms of Nuggets and Clippers, that's going to be a good series as well. I'm going to go Denver in 6.
I was going to say I'll go Denver in 7. Do not let the vibes No, I'm sorry. Lost Clippers in 7. Do not like the vibes coming out of Denver right now.
Okay. Lakers and Timberwolves. I'm gonna go Lakers in 5.
Yep, Lakers in 5. That's all I'll go.
Lakers in 5. Rockets and whoever they take on. If it's Golden State.
If it's Golden State, it's Rockets in 6.
I was gonna say Warriors in 7. I think Golden State pulls it off some way, somehow. It's going to be a hard-fought series, but Golden State pulls it off in 7. If it's Memphis...
Rockets in 5.
Rockets in, yeah. If it's the Warriors against OKC, though, I would say OKC takes care of them in 6. Because Steph Curry is going to just have a game of his life a couple times and keep the Golden State in it, but I just don't think
I'll give you that. I will give you that. If the only team that will give OKC a run is the Warriors, but if it's anyone else, it's 4 games.
Definitely. And then the East, it's pretty simple in terms of the top seeds. The Cavs will take care of whoever it's going to be coming out of the 7-8 or of the
it's Cavs in Boston and easy in those series. Those aren't going to be series.
No question about it. Pacers, Bucks.
Give me Bucks in 7.
I think Indiana pulls it off in 6.
Okay. So we're the same way for the 4 or 5 matchups on each side.
Yes.
I think the 5 seed in 7. You think the 4 seed in 6.
They say take 5. Yeah. And then Pistons and Knicks.
Give me the
Pistons in 7.
Knicks in 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pistons. That's gonna be probably the best series out of every series.
I can see the Pacers and Bucks being fun.
Yeah, but I just think like you mentioned in the an old fashioned matchup between the Knicks and the Pistons, like 2 gritty teams. Honestly,
the Pistons kind of have like that bad boy edge back to them, which they had in the 90s. It's great.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's our round 1 matchups, our predictions for round 1, and we'll revisit this a little bit, of course, on Thursday when we find out who will be advancing from the play-in tournament. Actually, no, because on Thursday they'll still be playing games because the loser of the 7th, 8th game will play 9. So we'll probably revisit this.
We'll know who the 7 seeds are.
Yes, and then we'll find out. But no matter who the 8th seed
The East
is,
doesn't matter. Okay, the East doesn't matter.
The East does not matter. No, whatsoever. The East does not matter whatsoever. So, shout out to the NBA for that graphic. As we, advance to our next topic, which is the NFL draft cornerback and safety rankings. Before we even get to the rankings, actually, there's some breaking news in regards to our Giants that came out yesterday. So not really breaking news, but to us, it's news as we are doing this Tuesday show here of the 3rd and 10 podcast. Shadeur Sanders was more than likely not going to be drafted by us at number 3 overall at all. And I was starting to accept that until news broke out yesterday that he will be holding one more private workout specifically with us.
This is the scene from Endgame. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope. I know. You have no hope.
I'm talking to you. I've accepted. We're not going quarterback. You are, you are Hawkeye when he's Ronin.
Look, man. This
is a smoke screen. This is a smoke screen.
No, but there has to. Okay, so here's the thing. There has to be. No, but there has to be a motive. There has to be a motive.
Yeah, don't let teams know who the Giants are picking at 3 to increase the trade options for them.
But
because the Saints or Steelers are really interested in Shadeur, they will. The Giants are bringing him for a workout. They're interested. Let's up our offer to go up to 3 and get him.
I do think there's something. Do you feel like there's some sort of okay, so like we're butting heads right now, right? Like this is a fun butting of heads, but do you think there's something going on in terms of the decision making? Because if we're having this private workout isn't for nothing.
Yeah,
do you feel like there's some rift or some sort of disagreement between maybe Dable and Shane? Because look, man,
I don't think so. I really think it's just the Giants doing due diligence and not tipping their hand. I think the Giants are making their decision, but they've scouted Shadeur so much. It's like, let's bring him in one more time just to make sure we're okay passing on him.
Or it's bringing him in one more time to learn more about him and possibly could. Look, because
that's a possibility too. There's a possibility he could fall in love, and the Giants are like, all right, you know what? Maybe we were wrong, and we should draft him. But I don't think that's. I don't see that being the case. I really see this as the Giants just crossing their T's and dotting their I's with the quarterbacks, and trying to create sort of like, oh, well, will the Giants go quarterback at 3? Because all the reports suggest that we're not going. That we're going Carter or Hunter, whichever the Browns don't take. I don't think Shane likes the league knowing what he's gonna do. So he's like, all right, I'll do this to kind of throw him off my sets a little bit. We literally have a report from 2 minutes ago that the Giants love Tyler Show. He's doing a private workout this week for the team as well.
Yeah, but no one's on Tyler. Yeah, whatever. Show.
Yeah, Louisville quarterback. No one's hiring him, but the Giants are interested. Not gonna draft him at 3.
Yeah, I'll probably take him set mid rounds, but I still don't want him in the mid rounds. And I'm not the first to mention this idea, but
you're not.
I was gonna say someone tweeted out how. Joe Shane, right? He filled out the quarterback position in free agency, taking Winston or signing Winston and Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe Brian Dable still wants a quarterback out there. Maybe he still wants
Dable does. I'm sure Brian Dable wants a quarterback.
Like he had his, he had one in Josh Allen when he was he was in the Buffalo. Why not? I don't blame him. He wanted Jaden Daniels last year. That's why on Hard Knocks we saw him being asked by Shane, hey, if we go up, trade up to get him, would you want Jaden Daniels? He's like, yes, sir.
Yeah, I can work with him.
So maybe, or part of me feels like we're higher on Carter compared to Hunter. So if Carter goes 2, that gives us reason to go quarterback at 3. If Carter
that
is
could be a
there at
reason.
3.
But that also could be the same reason they're higher on Carter than Hunter. Okay, we're bringing the quarterback in to create the illusion that we're going to pick him, which will cause the team to trade up.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It really is, to figure out what we're doing. My heart always wants Shadeur Sanders.
Right,
I'm so high on him. And yes, maybe this is a smokescreen, and maybe I still don't get my wish fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
And I promised you in my mock draft, which may be revealed in our next episode. Well, probably will be released in our next episode.
It will be released in our next episode. When that next episode is still up in the air.
It's a big question mark. I will say, though, I don't have us getting Shadeur in that mock draft.
Me neither.
But I'd be lying if I said I'm not going to create another one that some way, somehow, realistically, we are able to get him. But it's one that I wanted to bring up real quick because it is important that we scheduled a private workout with just him specifically for what we think we're seeing him for like the 3rd time, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Also, real quick, going back to the NBA, Lillard will be missing the start of the NBA playoffs. He will be increasing his activity this week, but he will likely be out to start the playoffs. So, yeah, I just saw the Tyler Show stuff. Yeah, I don't want him.
I don't want him either, but it's like I'm just saying, like, look, we're not just bringing in Shadeur, we're bringing other quarterbacks as well.
I pray we do not get that guy. By the way, did you watch the Gruden's quarterback class from yesterday that came out with Seth Hannigan?
No, I missed that. Was it good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. He's very reserved, very quiet. Gruden got him to open up, but like looking at him, I was just like, dude,
it's Eli Manning.
Yes. Not to say he will have a career trajectory like Eli Manning, but he's.
Hey, that's the reason we drafted Daniel Jones. Oh, his face and personality reminds us of Eli. This guy must be Eli Manning. No, that's not how that works.
That is not how the NFL. No,
guys, you can get other quarterbacks that don't remind you of Eli Manning. They can be good, right? That's not a shot against. That's not a shot against Eli Manning. That's just common football knowledge.
Do you realize that people are so high on Arch when he's barely played any games? Because
yes, I've been saying that.
That's crazy. But when it comes to Shadeur Sanders, he's not that good. He's only good because of his daddy. No, shut up. I'm a freaking hypocrites, but I digress.
I mean, Colorado is retiring his number. Okay, we can both agree that's a little crazy.
Hunter, no.
Hunter, yes, because Hunter he did something no one's ever done before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with. I have no problems with Hunter. But Shadeur.
What did Shadeur do? Like I get he put Colorado football on the map, made a household name. In terms of on the field success, what did he do? Did he win a Big 12 championship?
No.
Did he win a Pac-12 championship? Did they make the playoffs? So what? They had above 500 seasons. That's it, and retiring his number.
You do for 7,300 or more than.
Is that a school record?
Yards. It doesn't say it is.
Colorado football.
Well, I mean, he threw it in 2 seasons, and he threw 64 touchdowns during his time as a Buffalo.
I'm just saying that he hasn't done much other than just have hype, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I don't think his number should have been retired.
No.
But
yeah. Okay, Shadeur does have the single season passing record and single game passing record. He does have those.
Yes, and see, like that, like I love that for him, and like like I said, I'm the first one to defend him all the time when it comes to Shadeur. I deal with defending him on the corner booth. But like I know when I need to stop defending him because
it's
like
a little
it's a
much.
little much.
Ring of Honor, yes,
true. Just not. Yeah, just not.
Retiring numbers
Travis Hunter
feels like a special thing, you know,
for special players.
Yes, like you have to be a cornerstone piece of something bigger than just you put up records, you know? Like when the Mets retire numbers, they have Tom Seaver, who was like the franchise. They have a lot of the 86 guys up there. All of them helped win a World Series. David Wright's going up there because he personified what it means to be a New York Met. Like, those are bigger things than just what he did on the field. Travis Hunter has that because he played both ways and excelled in both ways. Something we've never seen before. Shadeur was just a good quarterback.
Yes.
Not even a great quarterback. He was a good quarterback with an amazing last name.
Correct.
If his last name is my last name, I don't think he gets the same hype he does. Not saying he's not good. I'm just saying he doesn't get like the next level.
Type of yes.
Yeah, you know,
unnecessary. What's the word? Unnecessary praise. I guess.
Yeah, he's still like I still think he's probably debated among like the top quarterbacks of his upcoming draft. He still gets drafted in the NFL, all that stuff. He just doesn't get like his number retired by Colorado.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, Travis Hunter is so much more defendable in terms of two-way player. You know, Heisman winner.
That alone, a two-way Heisman winner. Boom.
That's automatic.
I see I'm pretty sure he's the first Colorado player to win a Heisman.
I think so.
So there we go. That alone is enough reason to retire the number.
Never heard of a Colorado player.
That guy won a Heisman for us. Number retired. Yeah, makes total sense.
We'll take it. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this workout means anything. And man, draft. Oh man, the draft is next Thursday. So
that's next Thursday.
Are
you on the draft show? Did they reach out to you about that?
I'm producing.
Producing. Yes. Okay.
I'll be behind the scenes. I'm not sure. I hope they bring us both on.
Yeah,
that day.
They should bring us on for the Giants pick.
I'll put a word in for you.
Yeah. Right. Well, no, they reached out to me. I think I'll be on for the Giants pick.
You are.
Yeah. Yeah. They texted me the other day.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, I can't wait for that. Yeah. I'll be working actually, so I'll be doing double duty.
Right. Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
I'll have a different setup. I'll have a remote setup in a different room than mine, but it'll be cool.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get the channel because I can't be streaming it, otherwise I'll be late. Damn. YouTube TV, I'm coming for you. No, probably not because they're expensive as heck.
Get a free trial.
I've used all of them. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of the NFL draft, we will finish. Usually, we do our rankings, our position rankings on Thursdays, but we wanted to get it done a little bit early so we could talk about our mock draft.
It's more fun to talk about mock drafts. I
just want to get our rankings over with. So today we'll be covering our quarterbacks and safeties. No, we're not doing kickers and punters because we're not that crazy. So we're gonna end it.
If you're drafting a kicker and punter, you're a loser.
Well, tell the Niners that they got Jake Moody like last year, 2 years ago, in the third round.
Justin Tucker was an undrafted free agent.
I know, and that's why they always say never draft a kicker.
The Buccaneers traded up for Roberto Aguayo. It might be one of the worst draft trades in NFL history.
Was it second round?
Yes, we don't talk about it enough. How he sucked.
I think he's in the UFL. Oh, he's not in the UFL now.
He still sucked.
Yeah.
If you are drafted in the second round, you have to be like better than Justin Tucker to be a kicker. Like you
have to be better than Steven Jankowski.
You got to be making 70-yard field goals with ease.
Yes. I thought that was the destroying guy, but he's in the UFL.
Yeah.
and he missed the game winner this past weekend for the.
Yeah, and you're not missing anything. You can't. I'll give you one miss on like a. You can miss on like a 60+ yarder. You can get one miss. That's
one
it.
Miss. Yeah.
But from 50 down, you're automatic.
What if it's 59? You better make it, but it's close to 60. It doesn't matter. We picked in the second round, didn't you?
There's no six. We could have a franchise quarterback in the second round. Instead, we got you.
So, anyways, we'll start with our.
Not only got you, we traded up for you, so we gave up value for you.
So you better shape up. You better do
something insane.
All right, we'll go with our corners to start. My friend, who do you have at number 5 and go up to number 1 from there?
Number 5, I have Maxwell Hairston, the Kentucky corner. Good control footwork, stays connected through transition, reads the quarterback and anticipates the route. And his instant bursts in the passing lane, so great turnovers, deflections, really stuff like that. He's inconsistent at locating footballs downfield. Will have trouble against stronger, more physical wideouts, and he cannot help out in the run game. So that's I know that's a corner. That's not as important, but in certain regards, having a player that's just a complete liability out there, never a position you want to be in the NFL. At 4, I had Benjamin Morrison. I'll get that way right now. In my mock draft, I do not have him going the first round, but that is just because he's injured, and I don't think if he wasn't injured, he would be a lot higher of a prospect than he currently is. But Benjamin Morrison, patient in reading routes, he squeezes deep routes with good head, can make up speed and separation, and he's got a natural feel for angles and catching points. He's got a lack of arm length and strength, below average hips, and then he hurt his hip this past year, so he's like, the hips are even more concerned. He's like a golden retriever. As they get older, how those hips gonna keep up. Below average tackler and struggles to consistently mirror his receiver, so that's why he drops down a little bit. Number 3, I have Jahad Barron. Above average size and strength. He's basically just a big nickel corner, and that's been a position he's played on the inside. He's able to forcefully redirect routes over 5 yards. Has plus awareness and instinct. Swarms in after the catch with good angles and physical strikes. He's under control and slides his feet to tackle in open fields. Limited exposure man coverage, though. Might not have top-end speed to keep up with vertical routes, which could be a problem. Needs to run through and wrap up when he's tackling more. Kind of a weak tackler. And that could just because he has shorter arms than a normal corner, which could be a problem when trying to deflect balls away. Number 2, I have Will Johnson. Pro comparison, J.C. Horn. I think a lot of people get behind that. Big, smooth, and instinctive. Connects quickly from press and can run with the routes. Reads a passer, anticipates it for takeaways. Good body control and changes direction in space. Transitions are fluid and well-timed. His ball grade is... He gets a little ball hawky at time and kind of just wants to make the big play, which can leave him exposed and kind of get burnt. Struggles once stacked by a receiver, average recovery and speed, and overrun, which leads him to miss arm tackles. And number 1, we talked about him already. It's the Heisman winner, Travis Hunter. His pro comparison as a corner is Darius Slay. That's pretty good. Lots of range, which is rare for a defensive playmaker. Expected level of route recognition. Combines elite ball skills with impressive instincts. Can race and overlap cover areas. Needs to be more balanced in his back pedal. Can kind of, get flat-footed from time to time. Slower hips with vertical routes, again, an issue. And the big issue was he was rarely challenged by NFL caliber receivers. So that is my top 5 corners.
Alrighty. Yeah. I mean, my 1 and 2 is the same as you. But we'll start from 5 real quick. So 5 is Benjamin Morrison for me. By the way, Maxwell Hairston was my honorable mention if I had to choose one of them. Yeah. Because that guy's fast and he's a ball hawk too. Harrison is. Yeah, he is lean though, so that's a bit concerning. But if he can bulk up a bit, I do have high hopes for Mr. Hairston.
I've gone in the first round. I know Morrison going in the first round because of his injury.
Yeah, Morrison, he was battle tested. That's what I like about him.
He was a top 15 pick in October before he went down.
because he can play both the slot, outside,
Mm-hmm.
great processing speed, the ability to maintain great leverage when it comes to playing in press coverage. His frame is below ideal-ish at 6'1", 193. He can't get
Yeah.
over eager, and then the hip surgery is obviously concerning. But honestly, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He has had plenty of time to heal. Honestly, he can contribute to any scheme. To me, he's like a Marlon Humphrey type of guy, and I like that. So, wouldn't mind having him. Well, I don't think we need corners, but hypothetically, if we somehow got him, we'll be mad at it. Number 4, Jadae Barron, one of College Football's top cornerbacks from this past year. Had 5 picks last year with 67 tackles and 11 pass breakups, I should say. Elite processor, violent tackler. He's also really good at baiting quarterbacks, which is what I like to see in corners. He does struggle to engage with bigger guys as well, but we're talking about a guy that has played over 2,400 snaps. I like that versatility, or not versatility, durability, and battle tested. I love it. Number 3, Siobhan Ravel. Interesting guy, by the way. He went from working the graveyard shift in Amazon to becoming who went to he went from working at Amazon to trying out for East Carolina at a camp to becoming one of the top cornerbacks in this draft. The only reason why he is not a top 15 pick is because of his injury from last year, which was an ACL tear in September. He's got length. He's athletic. He's a tall corner. He can change direction with the best of them. The only thing is he's only had a 1 year of high-level production before that ACL tear. He can get too grabby, which is not too overly of a concern. It's really you're betting on his traits and his character if you draft him, because before the injury, top 15 guy. Now he might slip to the late first round, second round, one of those two. But I'm telling you, if you draft him, you will love him. Not saying we need him, like I said, as a Giants fan, but hey, whoever's lucky to draft him, they're going to get themselves a really, really good corner who will be a great boundary guy for years to come. Number 2, Will Johnson, 6'2" corner, elite defender, missed time as a junior due to a toe injury, won a national title during his time as a Wolverine. Go Blue. No, never mind. Why did I even say that? I'm not even a Michigan fan. Sorry about that. Great size. Great size and fluidity to bully small wideouts and deal with shifty wideouts as well. Elite IQ is a game-changing type of guy. Physical tackler. Speed is a question mark, though. Didn't run the 40 at the combine. Didn't run a 40 at the pro day. Apparently he runs like a 4.5, which is average.
Yeah.
But his rare combo of length and football IQ will have him as a franchise cornerstone. Plus his speed will catch up. You can get faster. Let's be honest. You can't get faster. With training and stuff. And number 1, Travis Hunter, the two-way demon himself. His receiving skills, you better not target. If you target him, you're going to be in trouble. He's explosive.
He's a corner can catch a ball.
Yeah, and he can really catch a ball for real with his receiving skills. He can change direction in a flash. He has height, length, athleticism, ball skills. His intelligence and his playmaking instinct are quite rare for a corner. His frame is really his biggest challenge. His multiple injuries he suffered during his time as a Buffalo are concerning as well. But he's a shutdown corner who can erase one side of the field. No question about it. All pro, no doubt. So Hunter, Johnson, Ravel, Barron, and Morrison are my top 5 corners in this draft as we go from corners to safeties. My friend, you have the floor again. Who are your top 5 safeties in this year's draft?
All right. At number 5, I have Kevin Winston Jr. He's got the NFL size and long arm length. Closes quickly and snuffs out action when playing forward. Rarely misses as a tackler, which is big. Frame length, and athleticism to cover all types of tight ends. Below average instincts and play recognition, though, which could be a problem as a safety. Not great footwork and transition when he backpedals, and he's sluggish to plant and get out of drops. Number 4, I have Andrew Mugapa. M-U-K. Did I get it right? Wow. Instinctive eyes and aggressive trigger to lead to ball production. Great awareness, plants and drives on throws, and constantly plays the throw and not the catch. Undersized, loses feel for routes when tailing. Average speed at best, and he's got short arms. Number 3, my personal favorite, Xavier Watts. Pro comparison is Malik Hooker. He's got rare instincts. He creates on-ball production. He's almost never penalized, which is such an underrated aspect in a player. Excellent anticipation and good pre-snap recognition on lay designs. Can be frantic with false steps, below average body control, and reactive agility. Lacks discipline and patience when defending the run, and can be reckless in pursuits, which creates openings for players to kind of get around him or something he may not see, which could be a problem. Number 3, I have Baliki Starks. Speed to face deep routes and recover when necessary. Locates deep balls and plays it with plus body control. Slips around big bodies and moves towards actions. Great runs downfield when he's in position. But he's got average vision and block shed. Slow and catches contact when he's trying to tackle running backs. Loses connection at breaking points when playing man, and inconsistent with stack blocks. I actually have this guy going in the first round to the Minnesota Vikings. And for any Game of Thrones fans out there, Starks going to the North, only good things. Only good things. You don't see Game of Thrones, you don't know that joke? That guy. I'll explain it to you in a second. Number 1, I have Nick Emory. Pro comparison is Jeremy Chin. Elite blend of speed and versatility. Can match up with top tight ends. Wingspan and ball skills are 5-star wide receiver levels, not even safety levels. Racked up solo tackles throughout college. Not urgent at times, inconsistent in run support, gives too much ground to blockers, and average instincts on route anticipation. So that is my top 5, sir.
Well, thank you very much, good sir. Let's see. For me, honorable mention real quick, Lathan Ransom from Ohio State. He's a hard-hitting corner. Reminding me of Landon Collins from when we used to have him. The former Alabama prospect. And was quite a solid safety for us for quite some time. So shout out to him. Ransom's going to be a good player in this league. Probably a late day 2, early day 3 pick possibly, but someone to monitor as well. Number 5, Andrew Mukaba, the Zimbabwe native who immigrated to Austin, Texas at the age of 9, was the first true freshman to start a season opener at Clemson. Transferred he transferred to Texas for his senior year. And I will say, I think he does not regret that whatsoever. Had 5 interceptions, led the team actually in that category. Explosive athlete, has elite speed, great processing speed, fluid with his hips. He is a bit lean at 190 pounds. He can be a liability when it comes to that. And he has the tendency to dive at ankles instead of wrapping up. So he needs to work on his wrap up tackling. But he can be a dynamic playmaker. If he can bulk up when it comes to his frame, he can be an every down player at the next level one day. Number 4, Kevin Winston Jr. The big thing about him, his ACL injury in 2024. Like that's the biggest concern when it comes to him. And he's only had 1 year of good play, I would say. He exploded in 2023. He had played 13 games, 60 tackles, 5 pass breakups. He had 2 years of eligibility left, but he said, "No, I'm going to go declare for the draft." So that is going to be a bit of a gamble. He's an elite run defender, great tackling technique, but his ball production in terms of turnovers, not that much, not that many interceptions in his college career, man. He's 6'2", which you think like he should be getting a lot of turnovers or forcing a lot of turnovers, but he just doesn't. So his run defense and his tackling ability, fantastic. Diagnosing run plays, he can do it with the best of them. The big question mark is zone coverage, and if he can figure that out at the next level, we got ourselves a starter. Number 3, Mr. Xavier Watts, who I did not know was a former receiver before. Well, of course you wouldn't know. Go Irish. Before going to safety.
Use your career class coming in. It's insane.
Okay, I like it. We have to talk about that one of these days for sure. But he converted from receiver to safety, became one of the best at his position. He can diagnose plays like a wide receiver, and that's what I like for sure. As you know, he had a pick 6 against USC.
Yes, with 99 yards.
Yeah, and that showed everything you wanted, or showed scouts that he could do it all. Great processing speed, can diagnose plays, has the speed to get to the ball and just make plays, man. He's got everything you want. He can battle through contact, and the catch point has violent hands and run support, so he can shed blocks pretty well too. He can't get over aggressive, and he can improve more in man coverage, but he is an immediate impact player who will have coordinators salivating wanting to get him in on their defense. He is a defensive weapon, to say the least. A game changer, no question about it. Nick Emenwari is my second best safety. 6'4" freak, 4.3 40 time, which is fast. He's a linebacker frame, which will create matchup problems. Nasty and run support. He can get over aggressive though, attacking downhill, which was with a lot of safeties that is an issue. But he can rely too much more on physicality and his traits compared to technique when playing against wideouts. And he does need refinement in zone coverage, but he has a rare blend of size and speed. And that's what teams want in a safety. He's literally a hybrid defender. He can match up against tight ends, support the run, and roam around the middle. Kind of a Cam Chancellor type of guy. So cool things there. And number one, Malachi Starks. He's fast himself, man. He brought a state championship in track to his high school before he came to Athens, and he showed more that he was just a track athlete that wanted to play football, man. He started 40 games for Georgia out of a possible 41. So durability, he's got it. Devastating run defender, elite closing burst. He can deliver impact shots because of his physicality, elite change of direction skills. He can mirror guys in space, high IQ. He does need refinement, though, when it comes to his press technique, but otherwise his speed and tackling will translate to the next level, no doubt about it. He is the best safety on my board. Until he can improve his technique, teams will need to protect him in terms of coverage skills, but otherwise, I got Starks, Emenwari, Watts, Winston, and Mukaba as my top 5 safeties in this draft.
I like it.
So that will do it for our first full year of position rankings. Thank you guys for watching these rankings, of course. And we'll be back next year with these rankings when the next set of draft eligible athletes come out as well. All right, Blushing Faithful. I love it personally. This is basically your segment, so we're gonna give you the solo camera because losers should not be.
You lose 2 out of 3. You lost 2 out of 3, and you only beat us because JT Gitt had something to prove.
Hey, I heard he was a former Mets prospect.
He is. We traded for Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett's who we got.
That's what it was. So I'll let you out the floor, my friend. I'll be in the background because I deserve to be. Plus, this is your segment. So what do we need to know about the Mets as they wrapped up their series against the A's this past weekend?
Yeah, Mets wrap up 2 of 3 in Sacramento. By the way, I know Nate doesn't like the Sacramento field. I loved it. I thought it was a really cool watching experience. The people on the field was a night. I like the people on the grass. I don't know what he's talking about. That was cool. Anyway, pitching again looks great. And here's the important part about pitching. They're getting deeper in the games. We saw Senga on Sunday throw 7 beautiful innings. 7 beautiful innings. Peterson had 1 rough inning, but 6 strong innings. We had Griffin Canning, not great. Clay Holmes last night, he pitched 5 innings, 4 dominant innings, 1 inning where he kind of fell apart. That's kind of been the story with Clay Holmes all season. If he can just figure out how to get over that one collapse, that one inning where he collapses, he's going to be a really fine starting pitcher. And the offense finally started to break out. We saw Beatty get a big hit on Sunday. We saw Vientos starting to take some good hits, and he had a really good hit last night against the Twins. He's taking smarter bats. He's about to break out. Acuna has been red hot. I mean, Luis Angel Acuna might, I think, with the Siri injury and McNeil's ability to play the corner outfields and his speed, he might have a real chance here to take over second base because in his last 4 games, he has a .429 batting average, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 blocks, and 3 stolen bases. Now, I know Lindor is a leadoff hitter, but you stick Acuna at the 9 spot and kind of make him the second leadoff hitter with his speed and just tell him, hey, get on base and have a speedster like that with the likes of Lindor, Soto, and Alonso coming up. That's only good news for the Mets. So, I mean, Beatty is gone, but I think you have to find a way to keep Luis Angel Acuna on this roster, even if it's just in a pinch runner role, because, man, can that kid fly. And finally, I want to bring this up right now. The Juan Soto discourse on social media needs to stop. Okay, we have idiot Yankee fans talking about how he misses Judge and how he had the article in the Post today about how his hitting approach is different. Yeah, it's going to be different. He was hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the best power hitter, best hitter in baseball. There's no denying that. But to sit here and say he regrets his decision is wrong when there's videos out there saying how much he loves New York, how much he loves the Mets, and loves being with his guys and stuff, and all the videos of how they're just kind of goofing around in the dugout and in spring training. So that's wrong. And B, all the Met fans saying how he's a bust and how he's overpaid. Guys, we're 16 games into the season. We have a long way to go in this contract. He always struggles in April, okay? I think in 2019, it was a 754 OPS. He finished with like an 856. 2022, we finished with April with like a 746 OPS. Finished with a 900 OPS, all right? He gets off these slow starts sometimes. It happens, especially in like a cold weather city like New York. Not everyone gets off the hot starts. You don't really start hitting until May through September when the weather's nice outside. But still, even when he's not hitting, he's productive. He's gotten on base in 13 of the 16 games he's played in. At that rate, he's projected to get on base in 130 games this season. I pay a lot of money for that too. That's a great hitter. And trust me, the big hits are coming. We saw it last night with the home run. He just needs to figure out that swing, and when the weather gets nicer, he will live up to it. So anyone who's saying anything bad about Juan Soto right now, chill. Take a breath. It's April, and he's still being productive even in the slump. So that is your Flushing faithful. We play tonight against the Twins and a day game. I think we take one of the two, go back to St. Louis, and take 3 or 4 from them at Citi Field.
All righty. Well, thank you, good sir. Thank you for a fun series, by the way. It was quite a fun series. I'm not sure. Are we going to New York?
You're going to New York next year, yeah.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute. I thought we play you guys twice.
No, it's so AL you only play once.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see you in Queens next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say, was it Queens?
Yes, you're coming to Queens.
Woo! I almost got confused with the Yankees. But we'll see you in Queens next year. The Bronx, yes, for the Yankees. So we'll see you next year. Thank you for your funds. Thank you for giving us at least one game, so I don't feel too upset.
JT again, look great.
Yeah, you did look great. 5 1/3. I have stats right here. Yeah, 4 hits, 1 run allowed, 6 strikeouts. I'll take it. Otherwise, 7-6 loss.
Not really much
0
to talk
loss.
about.
Yeah, after that, no. Shout out to the SNY broadcast for not only referring to us as Oakland, but also having that third base camera, or when the player is rounding third.
Yes, you like that?
I like that. That's really cool. I know,
yeah.
I wish a lot of more broadcasts had that. Like, I want to see.
SNY's got a great production team because they always come up with creative stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to a podcast and they were like, the SNY producer must have gone to like film school or something with the way he films a game.
Yeah, because it could be like a bang play, and like if the outfielder hits the ball, and maybe the guy rounding third knows it, and he's like over here trying to sprint, so it's like a bang play that we'll see at the end of it. So I love it, man. I love what they're doing, and look, you guys are a good team, man. And I expected you guys, no doubt, to kill us on our home field, which is literally a minor league ballpark, and 7 runs and 8 runs scored on us.
7 runs on Friday, even though Diaz tried his best to give that game away, and then 8 runs on Sunday. So the offense came alive a little bit. The offense has come alive in the past 3 games. We scored over 5. We scored 5 or more runs in 3 of the last 4. So hey, could be the start of something.
Yeah. I will say Sevy pitched well on Sunday.
Sevy did well. Sevy did really well on Sunday. He just couldn't last as long as Senga did.
Yeah, and then the bullpen wants to.
Bullpen collapsed, and in the top of the 9th, the A's just forgot how to play baseball.
Yep.
I got home. I was driving home from my game, and I'm literally listening on the radio. I'm like, I can't watch it, but it sounds bad.
Yeah. Thank God the series is over. We have the White Sox next, but I think we might lose to them too, because the White Sox haven't been too bad this year.
The White Sox they're not going to lose. They're going to lose 100 games, but they might not set the record this time. So hey, that's a step in the right direction for the White Sox.
That is definitely a step in the right direction for sure. So
And of course,
right,
it's
my friend.
Jackie Robinson Day, as always.
Yes, happy Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone's wearing 42 today. Shout out to
Everyone was
Jackie.
forward to one of the best traditions in sports.
Yes, sir. Breaking the color barrier for baseball. And
I gotta watch
yeah,
that
man.
movie again.
Oh, me too. Oh my god, today will be a good day to watch it, huh? I ain't gonna lie.
Chadwick Boseman,
Ooh.
rest in peace.
That's my guy. I love him, man. Black Panther, 42.
There's another one in
Bridges, 21 Bridges. Have you seen that?
there. No, I haven't seen that one.
Ah, that one's a good one.
That's
You
a
gotta
good
watch
one.
that one.
He's got great movies, but there's a Chadwick.
There's another one. Yeah. There's
There is another like big movie.
Mrs. something or
Bridges.
Mr. something.
Oh, he was in Draft Day. He's Montez back.
Oh, no, yeah.
He's Montez back.
I'm gonna watch
Monte
that next week. We gotta watch that next week always. It's a
he was
tradition.
Monte back.
We gotta watch that next week. I know I always watch it like literally the week of the draft. I don't
Yeah,
know why, but I always watch
It's
it.
a fun
I have
movie. It's not realistic, but it's fun. Actually, no, we fixed it last week with having Diddy be the agent. Just Diddy.
right.
Birthday party makes sense now.
And we know why Bo Callahan didn't, or no wonder why he fell in the draft. Nice job, Bo Callahan. So stupid. I tell you that. God, I can't wait to watch that movie next week. I'm definitely watching. Maybe 42 is gonna be the vibe today, and then draft day is next week. So Chadwick Boseman back-to-back weeks. Boseman, Chadwick Boseman back-to-back weeks of being on my TV screens in terms of movies. So all right.
Throw Black Panther in there at some point too.
Wakanda Forever, yes, sir.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Never saw the second one though.
The second one is kind of.
I heard it wasn't great, but I give them a mistake because I think they wrote it for for
Chadwick and they had to start over again.
Exactly.
Yeah. They did their best, and that's all we can ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Shuri for being the next Black Panther and a pretty solid one, I guess, to say the least.
Yeah,
she did the best. Yeah. Post-game segment. Let's get into it. Notre Dame has announced it will be selling alcoholic beverages beginning this fall.
Let's go! We're back, baby! We're winning the national championship this year.
Oh my god! I assume you'll be going to some games, buddy.
I'm trying to go out there for one time this year, for the first time.
You went last year, didn't you, for a game?
No, I've never got to Notre Dame.
Never gone to one.
I thought about going to the one at Yankee Stadium, but I thought it was one at MetLife, but too expensive, didn't work out, and then the Yankee Stadium, I was busy, so I couldn't go.
Okay. I hope this upcoming season you can, my friend. Marcus Freeman and the boys trying to make their way back to the chip, and I'm sure you'll get to be drinking and celebrating with the Irish fans with this new announcement in regards to alcoholic drinks. So. The New York Football Giants have visits planned with 3 prospects: Savion Williams, a receiver from TCU, and 2 players from Oklahoma State, in the names of Colin Oliver, who's a linebacker, and Corey Black as a cornerback for the Cowboys. Williams, who is the receiver from TCU, had 60 catches for 6 touchdowns for the Horned Frogs in 2024. Oliver, who is the linebacker, played 2 games in 2024 due to a foot injury. He has played or has a combined 23.5 sacks in his college career. And Mr. Corey Black, who's the corner, had 36 total tackles and 3 picks in 2024 for the Oklahoma State. The Giants also announced today that they have a private workout scheduled with Jalen Milroe. So the Shadeur Sanders whole private workout thing is basically just a smoke. Well, they're doing their due diligence on everyone. So this week, the Giants have private workouts planned with 3 quarterbacks, with Show, Milroe, and Sanders, which only means one thing. We will definitely be getting a quarterback this year's draft. It's just a matter of who. Let's see. Caleb Williams was interviewed by Esquire recently, saying that he thinks the NFL's other quarterbacks are great guys, but that becoming close with players is a bad thing, saying, I think the NFL game has become too friendly, and I don't necessarily want to be friends because I want to keep that competitive advantage.
I like that. That's kind of like bringing back rivalries a little bit.
Yeah. Sure. He just, I don't know. He doesn't have that dog mentality. I just don't.
No. You need someone like, I'm trying to think of a good one right now.
It doesn't seem like something he would say, you know?
Right. But if he is saying it, maybe there's a change in mindset with, Ben Johnson there. Right.
Maybe that's true. A new head coach would do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matt Eberflus, he was
Not even if this was a moron.
sure was. Oh, Kay Adams announced. Quinshon Judkins is on his way to the Giants to meet with us.
Ah.
Oh man, Judkins and Tracy in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's a duo, baby. 8 players are tied for the most home runs this season in MLB. At this point in time, it is Chaz Chisholm, Tommy Edman, Wilmer Flores, Aaron Judge. All rise. Kyle Schwarber, Tyler Soderstrom of the A's, Fernando Tatis, and Mike Trout.
Mike
So
Trout
far,
having a renaissance.
he is healthy.
But thank God. Thank God he's
So
having a
far.
renaissance.
So far. Keyword is so far.
Shout out to Wilmer Flores on that list.
I know. Out of all people, Wilmer Flores.
And Tommy Edman. Shout out to both of them.
That's a shocker. I will tell you that. Tyron Smith has retired as a member of the Dallas Cowboys. 14-year career, 89.0 pass blocking grade, and a 90.8 round blocking grade according to Pro Football Focus. Tyron Smith, one of the best offensive linemen that we've had to deal with.
No, we don't have to deal with him anymore. Thank God.
Thank God. Whew. And finally, Paige Beckers was drafted as the #1 overall pick for the Dallas Wings.
Did you see the tweet? Someone tweeted out in like 2012. This is Paige Becker. She's in 6th grade. She's the best basketball player I've ever seen. She will be the #1 pick WNBA one day.
Ah, yes.
And bro went back and found it. Goes, I told you all from day one to trust Paige Beckers.
Yeah, and for good reason too, man. She was an outstanding player.
Oh my God, yeah.
Man, went through so much too. Ankle surgery at one point, a torn ACL or during her junior season. Gone through so much, man. And she
didn't let it affect her though. She just kept grinding.
No, sir. Yeah, she ended up winning a chip, and she's a star. She's a star, dude.
The UConn legend forever.
She's up there with UConn player.
Yep, she's up there with Sue Bird and Brianna Stewart, all the greats.
Hey, all the best of them, baby. She is a 6th UConn player to be drafted #1 overall in the draft's 30th edition, following Sue Bird, Taurasi, Charles, Moore, and Stewart as the big names to come from the Huskies.
I loved Brianna Stewart when she was at UConn.
She was a stud back then, bro. Man, she was. Anyway, if you play at UConn, especially when it comes to women's basketball, good things are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Other players to note: Haley Van Lith reunites with Angel Reese. Reunites with Angel Reese with the Chicago Sky. And the Golden State Valkyries made their first draft pick ever in franchise history when they took Lithuanian guard Josh Site from Lithuania, 19 years old. And they added the later Cheyenne Sellers of Maryland and UConn's Caitlin Chen to
good
round
for them.
out
They got a
little
nice little core there to develop.
They do, and they're very excited to see how that season goes for them, as this their first year, their inaugural season to be exact, here in the WNBA. Haley Van Leith, that's your
I saw a picture. I just saw a picture on Twitter of her. I'm like, oh, she's nice.
Yeah, I saw one as well. She's the new model for SI swimsuit, I think.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is. That got the brain working a little bit, didn't it? Yeah, she looks good for sure. Shout out to her she's gonna be a stud for sure at the next level here in the WNBA. So yeah, that'll wrap things up for our post-game segment. Let's do some pickle to end the show, and we'll wrap things up from there. So as I share my screen, let's get it started. All right. Pickle, my friend, who are we going to start with for today's mystery player?
Let's go with Jose Siri. Just broke his fibula for us. Give him a little love.
Oh, he's gonna be out for some time?
He'll be out for some time, yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, he is a righty, and he is either in the NL or he plays in the AL East. So I will go with I'll go with I'm gonna go with the A's pitcher. I'm gonna go Luis Severino. All right, so he is for. Why did I wait? No, he's not
I
even
didn't know
the
why you
ALEs.
did that. Man, that's
What am I
horrible. That's a
doing?
horrible,
Oh
horrible
my
guess.
god, nice job, Nate. I'm telling you. And he's with the Dominican. That was terrible. I just
And
wasted.
he's 31.
Oh my god, waste of a guess, Nate. Just because he's
The only
from the
thing
A's.
we don't know is he's not a pitcher, so that's good.
Yes, he
Not
is
a
a
starter.
positional
Not a
player.
starter. Um,
True.
let's just knock off the AL East here. Let's go Bo Bichette.
Oh, Bichette. Yeah, that would have been a better guess. Come on, Nate. So he is in the NL.
Not US. Not US.
Okay. Asian player.
That's the first thing that came to mind. I swear to God, that's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, Tane.
Oh,
Oh, he's a lefty.
Thank God.
Wait, so what exists? U.S., Dominican,
Puerto Rico.
Oh, all right. What's your guess anyway? So,
Puerto Rican player plays in the Central. Is Wilson Contreras Puerto Rican?
oh, I just saw his name, but let me.
Venezuelan. That's good enough. Wilson
Get a
Contreras.
shot.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Venezuelan.
is O'Neal Cruz Venezuelan? No, because he would be shortstop. No, but he has played outfield too, but it's not even an outfield either.
But he's a shortstop.
Right, that's not a shortstop. Central Reds, Pirates, Cardinals, Cubs. Oh, could be Cubs. No, but no.
Brewers.
Second baseman. He's either a veteran, like really old, or he's young.
Really young.
I'm leaning towards young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. What's De La Cruz? Shortstop?
Yes.
Damn it. Pirates. No. Wow, this is terrible. I'm not giving my guess. I can't think of anyone.
William Contreras. Go with the brother. He plays for the Brewers.
Okay. Oh, I thought you got it. Mm-hmm. I thought you.
He's a Venezuelan player for the Brewers. Interesting.
So not a first baseman, not a catcher, not a shortstop. So he could be a second, a third, a left, or a right fielder.
Yeah.
Venezuelan.
Oh, I think I might have got it.
Bryce Terang is not a Venezuelan.
No. Is Jackson Chirios Venezuelan?
What does he play, right?
Yeah, he's an outfielder.
Nice. Never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed it. Jackson Chourio. Did he come from? No, I was gonna say he only played for the Brewers, right?
Yeah, he just came up.
Yeah, I was like, I thought he played for a different team, but he just came up from the minor leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shot, my friend. All I'm gonna say is I got one player last week. I'll freaking take it. Okay, You can get the rest. I'm not that great. Until it's an A's player, I will just let you take the front seat when it comes to this stuff. But that'll do it, my friends, for the 3rd and 10 podcast here. We appreciate you guys for watching and listening as always. Our next episode will be our mock draft episode, so keep an eye out on that as we give out our first official round 1 mock. We're not going to do all 7 rounds because we're not freaking crazy people, but we could one day. One day we will. One day we'll do a 7-round mock draft because maybe we're freaking crazy. But you know what? It's because it's fun and we love ball. But otherwise, you can follow Brian at BrianPG1016. You can follow me at Nathan_New124. And you can follow our podcast page at 3rd and 10 Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and the YouTube. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so keep on subscribing, keep on liking. We appreciate y'all support. Keep on commenting as well. We love all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for your support. So for Brian, I'm Nate. Thank you guys so much for your time. We'll see you guys next. Oh, we'll see you guys on Thursday actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk more then. Peace.